are back, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Menken here with Splash Sports. Today is May 18th, 2024. I do not have a recap here since I am recording this one early on Friday. I am going to the Detroit Tigers versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Going to see a couple buddies in mine with Kerry Carpenter for the Detroit Tigers and Tarek Skubal. I will be taking a picture with them and meeting them after the game. So definitely want to get out here, get this video to you guys so that you guys have it for Saturday morning. Again, I'm going to the game tonight here, so that is why I'm recording. We do not have a recap on yesterday's plays. With that being said, we're still looking for these clean sweeps and still continuing to win on this show. Remember, on this show, all we care about is the first 6 outs of the ball game, plain and simple. A NRFI means no runs first inning, while a YRFI means yes runs first inning. But before I get into those plays, be sure to smash that like button for me and subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on that notification button. That way, every time I drop another play, you guys will be notified. All right, let's take a look at Saturday's game, starting off in Wrigley, where we got the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Chicago Cubs here. For the Pittsburgh Pirates, Bailey Flatter will be on the mound. He's 2-2 currently this season. 43 innings of work here. He has a higher end of an ERA, sitting at a 4.15 here, and only 27 strikeouts on 43 innings of work, and he's given up this season 20 earned runs. He'll be matched up against the Chicago Cubs guy, Imanaga here. He's 5-0. 46.2 innings of work, an ERA of 0.96. Guy is absolutely lights out for these Cubbies. 51 strikeouts, averaging a strikeout here per inning, and only 5 earned runs on the season. Imanaga has been absolutely lights out, like I've been saying. He has the lowest ERA in all of baseball right now. Didn't get a win or a loss in his last outing against the Braves, going 5 innings of work, 7 hits, and no earned runs. You look at this Pittsburgh Pirates team and what they've done to the Chicago Cubs in this series. They have owned the Cubs in this series. You look at Game 1. They barely got that win in that one as the Cubs tried to came back in that one, but could not do it. They won. Pittsburgh Pirates 5-4. And then you look on yesterday's game, Paul Skeens. That guy was absolutely sensational, going 6 innings of work, no hits, and continued that no-hitter through the bottom of the 7th there for a combined no-hitter. They were up in that game after the 7th inning, 8-0. So clearly this Pittsburgh Pirates team has been jumping all over the Chicago Cubs team. I think that Imanaga comes out and has a great start because his team absolutely needs him. And then with Flatter, we'll see if he could stop the Chicago Cubs offense, as they haven't been producing a lot of runs, especially early on in the game. That's why in game number 1 between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs, we're smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's take a look at game number 2, where the San Diego Padres take on the Atlanta Braves here. For the San Diego Padres, we got Yu Darvish on the mound. He's 3-1 currently this year with 40.2 innings of work. He has an ERA of 2.34 here, 37 strikeouts, just below a strikeout here per inning for Yu Darvish, and he's given up this season only 11 earned runs. He'll be matched up here in Atlanta against Bryce Elder. He's 1-1 currently this season, 20.2 innings of work. He has an ERA of 4.79 here, 16 strikeouts and 11 earned runs. This Elder, though, has not looked like the same Elder as we knew him that World Series run, especially. He hasn't picked up a win here since April 22nd. Hasn't gone past the 6th inning since his first start against that Miami Marlins team of his 2024 campaign. At some point, Bryce Elder is a good enough pitcher to have a bounce-back game. He's back at home against a solid San Diego Padres lineup here. Yu Darvish looked great in his past 3 starts here, which resulted in 3 wins for Yu Darvish. His most recent start impressed me a lot, going against that Los Angeles Dodgers team. 7 innings of work, only 2 hits, and no earned runs. Then to keep it simple here, I think Bryce Elder does have a bounce-back game and needs to compete in this one, especially against the San Diego Padres here at home. That's why in game number 2, between the San Diego Padres and the Atlanta Braves, we're also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Let's roll into our third and final game here in the desert between the Detroit Tigers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Right now for the Detroit Tigers, Jack Flaherty will be on the mound. He's 0-3 this season with 48.2 innings of work. He has an ERA of 3.88 here, 63 strikeouts, though, clearly putting batters away on only 48 innings of work this year, and has given up 21 earned runs. He'll be matched up against the Arizona Diamondbacks ace Zach Gallen here. He's 5-2, 44 innings of work this season with an ERA of 2.86 here, 45 strikeouts, as he is averaging a strikeout also per inning and has only allowed 14 earned runs. Gallen is starting to look like himself here. He had a little hiccup, especially on the road, but his last 2 starts resulted in 2 wins, which were both on the road. He is back here at home at Chase Field, where he pitches his best at home. Flaherty, on the other hand, he's coming off of 2 losses in his last 2 starts. His most recent loss was against that Houston Astros team, going 6.2 innings of work, 7 hits, and 3 earned runs. I'm not worried about Zach Allen here, as I know he's in prime condition and will compete in the strike zone. I'm worried about Jake Flaherty for this Detroit Tigers team. He clearly is still trying to figure himself out, but I think he's a good enough pitcher to lock it in here against the Arizona Diamondbacks in game number 3 between the Detroit Tigers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We're smacking the NRFI also. No runs first inning. Let's take a recap of the games I've selected for you today. Game number 1 between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Chicago Cubs. We're smacking the NRFI. Game number 2 between the San Diego Padres and the Atlanta Braves. NRFI. No runs first inning. And a third and final game between the Detroit Tigers and the Arizona Diamondbacks. We are also smacking the NRFI. No runs first inning. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Nick Menken with Splash Sports. If you have not done so, smack that like button for me. It helps me out a ton, and it costs you guys none. And also go follow me on X at Nick Menken for every single one of my MLB plays. Best of luck and best bets.